I'm going to attempt something that is very difficult, and that is to define philosophy. And as can be expected, it's going to be a very vague definition. Pretty much, if you can do it on a armchair, and what you're doing is you're trying to critically think about truth and critically think about the way things are. But you're doing it from an armchair. This does not include math, which can also be done from an armchair without having to go out into the world. It doesn't include math because math's become big enough to break off and become its own thing. So there's a whole lot of philosophy on the Science Channel. A lot of people assume that everything on the Science Channel is science. Actually, they do a lot of philosophy. A lot of it. Now, what I recommend is to watch Through the Wormhole with Morgan Freeman. Whenever they talk about things which are testable, which can be done in a lab, they're doing science. And anything which is speculative, while still important to do and to think about, but which is being done from an armchair rather than in the field, they're doing philosophy. So stuff like the Higgs boson, according to our theories, is real, and this is CERN, and here's all these labs trying to find it. That's science. But I was watching Through the Wormhole with Morgan Freeman yesterday, and it was stuff like, now what is time? Is it the case that time bursts into existence every moment? Stuff like that. Like, how do you test? You can't test that in a lab. It's very interesting. We should think about this because we should try to understand that stuff better. But given its armchair nature, I'd put that squarely in the philosophy category because it's armchair. So yeah, that's also why I make the joke. I made the joke on my Facebook recently of posting chairs for sale and calling it the Philosophy Starter Kit. But yeah, although the interesting thing is a lot of people doing philosophy are scientists who don't know they're doing philosophy. Like that person I was talking about who was doing philosophy, talking about time coming into existence every moment. She's a physicist. So that's the thing. What's going to happen once scientists realize that they're actually philosophers? Especially the irony being that so many scientists are anti-philosophy, even though they do philosophy all the time. And also, will we need people who are professional philosophers when scientists are doing philosophy? So that kind of goes back to my previous video that some other people can take over philosophy or doing philosophy if they're willing to just work a little harder and be a little more abstract. And that's it, pretty much. Armchair. Unless it's just math, probably doing philosophy.